Well, hello everybody out there on YouTube. And hello to you, Beth. How are you today? Well, Pastor Nate, I guess I'm okay, but I don't mean to stick my nose where it doesn't belong, but I have this long neck and all. I know, Beth, you've got that long neck and your nose ends up in some interesting places, so you've got a concern. That's okay. This is a good place to talk about it. What are you worried about? Well, isn't it obvious? Take a look out there in the sanctuary. Why, there's no people. It's just you and me and some cameras. I don't like this one bit. Yeah, it feels kind of weird, doesn't it, Beth? Here we are in this empty sanctuary, just you and me. It doesn't really feel like, it doesn't feel like church. I know, yeah, it's just so very different. Well, in fact, I'm so very, very concerned. I just don't think we can have church without people. Well, I know, Beth, but here's the thing, right? We don't have people here in the sanctuary with us, but there are people out there on YouTube who are watching us right now. On YouTube? Yeah. Out there? Uh-huh. Well, hello out there in YouTube land. Hello? Pastor Nate, I don't hear anything. They're not saying anything. Well, that's how YouTube works, Beth. They can see us and they can hear us, but we can't hear them. Well, then I suppose they could write something down in the comments below. I don't see any comments below either. Yeah. I'll explain YouTube to you a little bit later, Beth. Anyway, I want to get back to what you were asking about before, about how can we have church without people? Yeah, how can we do that? Well, I want to think about how we can still be the church, even when we're not all together here in the sanctuary, when we're listening on YouTube and when we're out there in the community with our families and among our neighbors. We can be the church? That's crazy talk, Pastor Nate. I know it sounds crazy and it seems crazy, but it's true. Of course we're the church when we're gathered here together, but we're also the church when we're out in the world being God's people. And when we, it's one of the things that we could think about. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, you could talk with your families. Huddle up and you could talk about, first of all, you could talk about what you're sad about. What do you miss about not being able to get together in church? But then I want you to talk about how you can still be the church by loving the people around you, your family, your neighbors. What are some ways you can serve others? Love them with the love of Christ. If we do that, even though we can't get together here, right? Even though we're missing out on things like school and being together in church because the people who want to keep us safe and healthy have said that's the very best thing to slow down the spread of this coronavirus. But we can still be the church if we do those things. What do you think about that, Beth? Well, I have to say I like that very much. I'm feeling better. Now, maybe we could talk about those sad, sad shoes. We're probably not going to talk about that, Beth, but I'm glad we had a chance to talk about being the church today. And I'm really glad that all of you joined us on YouTube today. I hope God blesses you today and always.